The bravery displayed by our service members at war is commonly recognized. However, often forgotten is the courage required by veterans when they return home and suddenly face reintegration into their families, workplaces, and communities. As these veterans of the armed forces are returning home from war, many are faced with living life with a catastrophic injury, such as loss of limbs, paralysis, or brain trauma.
One of the biggest challenges for a seriously wounded veteran is reintegrating back into their family and back into their civilian life. You take young veterans out there who are seriously wounded. What they used to do as a single soldier or a married soldier, their lives are now totally different and totally changed.
Established in 2004, Homes for Our Troops is a non-political, non-partisan organization strongly committed to building specially adapted homes for our veterans severely injured since September 11, 2001. Homes for Our Troops coordinates and utilizes building materials and professional labor to construct a home that provides service members maximum freedom of movement and the ability to live life more independently. These homes are then given at no cost to the veterans they serve.
When you look at who are the severely wounded veterans, these are the veterans who are the double amputees or worse. These are the veterans who are paralyzed from the waist down or worse. These are the veterans who are severely burned to the point where they no longer have use of their limbs. These are the veterans who spend all or part of their daily lives confined to a wheelchair. So our mission is to give back the freedom and the independence that these veterans enjoyed prior to their injuries. Most of our homes that we've built have been new construction. However, there have been a few homes that we've gone in and renovated and adapted for the severely wounded veterans and their families. It's actually more cost effective to go in and build brand new from the ground up. When you build a home from the ground up and new construction, then you've got new materials, it's well insulated, energy efficient, and high quality compared to homes that were built just 5 and 10 years ago.
With all of its projects in different phases of the build process, the dedication and support of key volunteers go a long way in helping Homes for Our Troops reach their building goals.
I'd never heard of Homes for Our Troops before they contacted us. And on our Blue Star Mothers is a national organization, and on our national level, Homes for Our Troops was their pet project. So when Homes for Our Troops moved into an area, they would contact the Blue Star moms and say, hey, can you help? And when they contacted me, I said, sure, but I know nothing about building a house. And they go, no, it's much more than that. We need volunteers. And I had no idea what I was getting into when I volunteered, but I love it. That's why we've helped with 7 homes, because it's so much more than just building a home. It's just about coming out and showing that you care.
I did a mission the day before, and then we did a routine patrol before we actually went back into base. And early in the morning, I get hit by an EFP driving the Bradley.
Here in Spring Branch, Texas, Army Corporal veteran Josh Stein and his young family are living in a home built by Homes for Our Troops with special modifications to better accommodate the injuries Josh suffered fighting the war on terror.
I want to be comfortable, and thank God for an organization like Homes for Our Troops that recognizes that and realizes what the problems are and goes, you know what, we want to say thank you, and this is how we're going to do it. It's so much easier to roll on hardwood than it is on carpet. It's easier to walk too on your prosthetics instead of your toe catching on carpet. That's just one thing. That's just one of the things. That's one of the main things. The shower is a roll-in shower, which is amazing, with shower bench and grab bars. Oh, amazing. The toilet has grab bars. Everything was made just to make life easier. And it does. The hallways are wider, the doorways are wider. I'm not gouging out paint or drywall of my house anymore and dinging up corners. I can actually be a dad again. I can cook, I can clean, I can get the baby, I can go do stuff now. It's not stopping me or slowing me down from doing, well, let's just say living life. The backyard was made and designed so I can go out there too. So that's even cooler. We all get to go out there as a family and play and, and just kind of live life.
We've now built or are in the process of building homes in 35 states. Out of the 35 states, we've completed and handed over the keys for 114 homes to deserving veterans and their families. These homes give back the freedom, the independence to allow that veteran to reintegrate back into their family just as they did prior to their entrance.
This is the new normal. I am back to being Josh again, back to being daddy again. I can roll around and fix a bottle, or I can, go and chase my kids around the house and run around and have them scream. It's amazing. It's amazing to how I got my life back. That's what it is. I got my life back. I'm spoiled now.
When you look at those veterans out there who have been severely wounded, many of them spend 2 to 3 years going through rehabilitation and reintegration back into their civilian lives. So even if we were to leave Afghanistan today, the need for specially adapted homes will continue for at least 2 or 3 years into the future. It's our intent to make sure that our homes are the best quality homes that they can possibly get, and that they provide the total accessibility that these veterans deserve. We need your help. And it's your help, your contributions that will allow us to do what we do best, and that's build specially adapted homes for our most severely wounded veterans and their family.
It is critical for our veterans to regain their freedom and independence and to resume living productive lives. Learn more about Homes for Our Troops today, giving service members the tools needed for their challenging journey. For more information or to donate, go to homesforourtroops.org or call 866-7-TROOPS.